So I decided to go to Chipotle in New York, and this is what they gave me, and this is a hell of a lot less food than they gave me when I was in Atlanta. So my first time trying it Chipotle was in Atlanta, which is surprising because I walk by Chipotle like every single day, multiple times a day. But I figure I was in Atlanta, I was hungry, and they had food. But this one I got in New York at 9 West 42nd Street. They weren't the most polite. They gave me way less, and it was like extra. I think it was extra for the guac because I got a vegetarian bowl, and it's like they barely gave me any guac. It's like when I was in Atlanta, they covered it with guac, and the guac in here it tastes better than when I got the cup of guac in the chips, and it was like I don't know if that was just Atlanta, but I don't think I'll buy the chips and the guac again because I was like 8 something and you barely get anything. And you go to a traditional Mexican restaurant, they give you chips and salsa for free. So I was very disappointed in this, and this cost me $12.36. Well, I'll go back to Chipotle because I'm gonna say because Taco Bell was gonna be where I was gonna go to get food on my vacation, but then I was like, I got this for 12.36 at Taco Bell. I mean at Chipotle, and I would have spent like $9 or $10, and I would have gotten less food for like 1 or 2 meals, and might have been a little hungry after. This one, it has less carbs because there's no shell, so this is actually healthier because there's no shell on here, and I don't think there's anything fried in here. Yeah, and then the lettuce is different because in Atlanta, it didn't have these pieces of lettuce. It looks like this is like the end of the lettuce. The lettuce in Atlanta looked better. Yeah, I was pissed off because I was like, when I tried the chips and guac at the one in Atlanta, I was like pissed off I got ripped off. That was horrible. But then I tried the food in Atlanta and I was like, it was good. I didn't try this yet. I'm going to go to another Chipotle because it turns out there's a Chipotle on the corner near my hotel, and I'm trying to get food before I go to Canada. So on my trip to Canada, I have food, and the people at the register at 9 West 42nd Street Chipotle, they were not very polite, and it was like, oh, I was just surprised. And that's one thing I noticed. People at the one in Atlanta, they weren't the most polite either, and they didn't speak English. They spoke English here, it seemed. I'm gonna do some more stuff, walk around, hang out in New York, and see how it goes. Yeah, because this was a veggie bowl for $11.35. It's not as good already. I haven't even tasted it yet, but it's not as good as the one in Atlanta. And then another thing I noticed, they don't give you spoons or forks or napkins or anything at Chipotle. Because I noticed they didn't give it to me in Atlanta and they didn't give it to me in New York, and I'm going to go to one more Chipotle and see if I can get it. Maybe I'll ask, because I would have just assumed I'm taking it out, I'm leaving. Why wouldn't you give it to me? But if you like, watch and subscribe. Yeah, and to make sure, that's the address, 9 West 42nd, and that's the phone number. I don't know if that's the person who made my meal or if that was the person that rang me up. But the fact that I have like the end parts of the lettuce and they didn't fill the bowl up, because when I was in Atlanta, they filled the bowl up, because I'm going to post a video of that one too. Atlanta, I feel like the service wasn't the best, but I had better service in Atlanta and they made my food better. And I would think in New York, it's more of a high-end city, but I guess because more tourists are here, they didn't do as well. But if you like, watch and subscribe. Bye.